Hey guys, it's Silvana. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually a pretty helpful one, to be honest. I could have definitely used a video like this last year. Today's video is on how to be financially smart with your money and how to save money while being a college student. So we all know that there's a stigma for college students and it's like broke college students. But did you know that there's actually a way to not be the broke college student for once? Obviously you did, but I know that sometimes saving money can definitely be a struggle. So that's why I'm going to be talking about 3 different tips today that hopefully will help you guys just be a little more mindful and can maybe save you some money over time. So the first thing I want to talk about is budgeting. Now I'm not saying that you completely should not buy anything, because how unrealistic is that? But I do definitely think that you need to just look at how much you're making in general, how much you have, and separate that towards where is that money even going to? Because I feel like sometimes we spend all our money and then you realize what did I even buy with that money? And you can't really pinpoint anything. So that's why budgeting is super, super important. So you need to realize how much of that money is gonna go towards financial obligations like paying your bills, your phone bill, everything like that, things that you need to buy. And then realize how much money you have left over for going out, spending when you go out with your friends and stuff, because you wouldn't want to go out, spend a little too much, and then realize that you don't have enough for your electricity bill, because that probably would not be good, not good at all, no. Something that I definitely struggled to understand was the fact that small purchases surprisingly add up. Who knew, right? Purchases adding up? What? I didn't know that. Just kidding. But I was doing the calculations and I kind of realized that I go out to Starbucks a little too much. If you buy a $4 coffee from Starbucks every single day of the week, that accumulates to roughly around $112 a month. And y'all can do the math to know how much that's going to be in a year. Just multiply that by 12 real quick. But it's definitely an expensive habit that you can just combat if you just make your coffee at home, and it's probably not as good. It's not as good, to be honest, but it's good. I think sometimes people are almost lazy and they don't make their stuff at home when it's really easy to. So definitely just be mindful of where your money is going to and budget it. This next one is probably the most important in my opinion, and that is just completely separating what you need and what you want. And obviously you're not going to make a list every single time you buy something, because I know that's not practical. So that's why I'm telling you to just make a mental list. Personally, I'm a very how do I say this, neat freak, so I would actually make the list, but I know that the average person probably would not, because that's kind of a little weird. But you definitely need to buy everything from your needs before you even consider to buy anything from your wants. And I know that's really difficult, and I know sometimes that's not very fun. However, it's gonna help you in the long run. I can promise you that, okay? So before you go and eat out dinner every day, eat lunch out every day, just definitely consider, do you need it? And you're like, yeah, I definitely need food. No, you don't need to eat out. You can buy groceries and make it at home, make dinner at home, which is a lot cheaper. So definitely just be thinking, am I buying it because I need it or because I just want it, So I'm not proud to say this, but last year, the people in the mailroom here at my university knew me on a first name basis. I would walk into the building and they'd be like, oh, hey, Silvana. And when you pick up a package, you need to show them your ID, so they can get your info, your name, whatever. They were just like, oh, don't worry about it. Got it. I got your package coming up. And that's just not good. I would get bored. I would go on Amazon all the time. I thought just because I had the Amazon, or I have the Amazon Prime membership, that I have to, go crazy every single time and buy things, multiple things per week. But turns out you don't have to do that, guys. I know, right? Crazy. I know sometimes it's hard and you're like, okay, well, I really just want to treat myself. I want to buy this. I'm not saying that you can't treat yourself at all. Definitely, if you can, if you're able to, do it. Just don't do it every day like I would, just definitely control yourself. I've definitely gotten a lot better with my spending habits. If you compare me from last year to this year, I've definitely definitely improved. So that's a plus, guys. You know, that's definitely character development, guys. You should be proud of me. This next one, I feel like people don't really like to think about, almost because people see it as, oh, it's so far away, like I don't have to think about big financial responsibilities like loans and stuff. However, if you take out a lot of loans, or you're not careful with what kind of loans you're taking out, that's gonna come back to bite you in the butt like you have no idea, because it's not $20 you're taking out, it's thousands of dollars you're taking out. I know for some people you have to do student loans, it's, you know, the reality. However, I'm not saying to not do them, but I'm definitely telling you to do your research before doing them. I would 100% recommend to do federal or like public loans before you even look at the private loans, just because the interest rate is so much higher for private loans. Also, subsidized, that means that you don't pay the interest until after you graduate. So go for subsidized as opposed to unsubsidized. Obviously, I don't know that much about loans, so you definitely want to look that up on your own. Don't just take out any loan. Sometimes the interest is absolutely crazy. So you definitely need to do your research before pursuing a big financial responsibility like that. Same with like any big financial responsibility, such as, you know, even like purchasing a car, things like that. You definitely need to do your research. Be mindful, how is it that you're going to pay them off in the future? You have to have a plan. You can't just go out on the limb here, because that is not smart at all. So definitely think everything ahead. And as I said before, I know sometimes that's really hard because people are like, oh, I won't have to worry about that till like years and stuff. But then those years will creep up on you, and before you know it, you're $15,000 in debt and you have no way to pay it. So definitely just think ahead of time. Be smart. I know you guys are smart, so I know you'll do amazing, sweetie. So those are 3 broad tips that I have for you. Obviously, I can definitely do like tiny little specific things. I know that these 3 tips could apply to pretty much like anything that you're spending on. So next time you go shopping, next time you're trying to spend money, do you really need it or do you just want it? Think about, like, are you treating yourself every day or are you treating yourself once a month, you know? Maybe these tips could even help you save money, you know, make a savings account, put some in there. Money that you're not spending, put it towards your savings, you know, so you have something for yourself in the future, you know, smart, thinking ahead once again. So anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Leave video requests of stuff you want to see me do next. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.